Hello, welcome back to LK Tuition. My name's Lucas and today we're going to be looking at multiplying and dividing fractions. Hope you're good and let's get started. Okay, so first, multiplying fractions. Well, to multiply two fractions together, all you have to do is multiply the two top numbers together and that'll give you the top number of the answer, and then times the two bottom numbers together and that'll give you the bottom number of the answer. So here we've just got a quick example. So 2 over 3 times 4 over 7, we'll just times the two top ones together. So we've got 2 times 4, which gives us 8. And then we've also got 3 times 7, which gives us 21. Okay, so top together and then the bottom together. So it's easier to think of it as top times top and bottom times bottom. Now, if you wanted to multiply mixed numbers together, you want to first convert them into improper fractions and then multiply them. And there's a separate video on that if you want to check it out. But let's just do a couple of examples then. So first of all, we want to do 3 over 10 times 5 over 6. So again, oops, I want to use my pen, not my highlighter. So again, that's my equal sign. We want to times the top together, so 3 times 5. And we want to times the bottom together, 10 times 6. Well, 3 times 5 is 15, and 10 times 6 is 60. Okay, now it hasn't asked for me to put it in simplest form, but I feel like I'm going to simplify it. So 15, well actually 15 and 60 are both in the 15 times table, and 15 is 1 times 15 and 60 is 4 times 15. Okay, let's do another one. So we want to do 1 over 9 times 8 over 9. So again, we times the top two together, so 1 times 8, and we times the bottom two together, 9 times 9. 1 times 8 is 8, and 9 times 9 is 81. And that cannot be simplified, so that's our answer. Okay, number 3, 7 over 12 times 4 over 11. So again, so we times the top two together, 7 times 4, and we times the bottom two together, 12 times 11. So 7 times 4 is 28, and 12 times 11 is 132. They're both even, so we can definitely simplify this. Can we divide it by 4? Well, let's divide it by 2 to start with. 28 divided by 2 is 14. 132 divided by 2 is 66. And then, yeah, we can divide by 2 again. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 66 divided by 2 is 33. So that is our answer. Okay, and now the final one, we've got some mixed numbers, so I'll convert them quite quickly, but if you want to check out another video, I do a video on how to convert mixed numbers into improper fractions. But let's do the first one. So we've got 2 3/4. Well, that is going to be 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 3, which is 11. So this is 11 over 4. Times, and then if we convert the second one, 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Oops, so that is 16 over 5. And now we can just do what we've been doing the whole time. So this is 11 times 16 over 4 times 5. And then 11 times 16 is going to be 176, and 4 times 5 is 20. And then we want to simplify this. Let me just grab a different colour. So this is going to be 88 over 10, which is 44 over 5. I don't know if you can hear the storm that's going on. And then if we want to convert it back into a mixed number, 44 divided by 5 is going to be 8, remainder 4. Okay, so that was kind of bringing in a few different tips and tricks from previous videos, but the idea is the same. Okay, so that's multiplying fractions. Let's have a little look at dividing fractions. Now, there's a reason Colonel Sanders is on the screen, and that's because to divide fractions, you need to remember KFC. So it's a little trick that helps you to divide fractions. So the K means you keep the first fraction the same. F means you flip the second fraction or take the reciprocal, and then C is you change the divide to a times. Okay, so for example, we've got 2/3 divided by 4/7. So you keep the 2/3, you flip the second fraction, so instead of 4 over 7, it's 7 over 4, and you change the divide to a times. And then once you've got the times, once you've done that keep flip change, you can then just multiply them as you would normally a pair of fractions that we've been doing before. So 2 times 7 is 14, and 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, and then to divide mixed numbers, just like we did with timesing, you convert them to improper fractions first. Okay, let's just do a few examples then. So the first one is 3/10 divided by 5/6. So we keep the first one, we flip the second one, so instead of 5 over 6, it's 6 over 5, and we change the divide to a times. And then 3 times 6 is 18, 10 times 5 is 50, that simplifies to 9 over 25. Okay, next one, 1 over 9 divided by 8 over 9. So keep the first one, flip the second one, and change the divide to a times. 1 times 9 is 9, and 9 times 8 is 72. And these are both in the 9 times table. 1 9 is 9, and 8 9s are 72. So that's our answer. Okay, next one. So we've got 7/12 divided by 4/11. So we keep the first one, we flip the second one, and we change the times to a divide. 7 times 11 is 77, and 12 times 4 is 48. And if you wanted that as a mixed number, that's going to be 1 and 29, I think, over 48. Okay. And then finally, number 4 then, we just want to convert this into mixed numbers before we do anything else. So this is going to be, well, the first one, we're going to convert it to an improper fraction, sorry. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So these are actually the same fractions from the previous load of questions, but they are obviously divide now. And we want to divide by 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16 over 5. Then we do keep flip change, so keep 11 over 4, flip it to 5 over 16, and change the divide to a times. 11 times 5 is 55, and 4 times 16 is 64. I don't think they can simplify, but let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, love my neck. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's getting pretty stormy. Okay, so finally then, we'll just do some worded examples. So number 1, Barry is tiling his new kitchen. So I think this is Barry here next to his area I am, with rectangular wall tiles that are 9 over 100 meters long and 3 over 100 meters wide. What is the area of each wall tile? Well, to find the area of a rectangle, you just times the length by the width. So we need to do 9 over 100 times 3 over 100. So we just do what we've been doing, times the top two together. 9 times 3 is 27, and 100 times 100 is 10,000. Okay, and that's the answer. But we want to use our units, so it's area, so it's going to be meters squared. Okay, number 2. Aisha has 7/8 of a litre of lemonade. She is pouring glasses that each contain 1/5 of a litre. How many full glasses can she pour? So we want to do 7 over 8 divided by 1 over 5. But that is the same as, so keep the first one, flip the second one, and change the times to a divide. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 1 is 8. And then if we change that into a mixed number, 35 divided by 8 is going to be 4, remainder 3. So the question asks, how many full glasses can she pour? Well, she's not quite got to 5, has she? So she can pour 4 full glasses. She can pour 4 full glasses. Okay, alright, so I hope that's been useful, multiplying and dividing fractions. So just a quick recap, to multiply two fractions together, you just times the top by the top, and that gives you the top, and then bottom by the bottom, and that gives you the bottom. And then to divide, you use the KFC rule, so you keep the first fraction, you flip the second fraction, and you change the divide to a times, and then times them as normal. Okay, this has been LK Tuition. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for some more maths videos.